going, everybody? It's Willie with Legacy Discoveries. It is May 3rd, 4:11 p.m. I just got off work, so I'm finally back to work. Finally got cleared for full duty. But that left me with more testing to do. So now the fact that the only person that's left at Site Hotel during the daytime is my mother-in-law, and she is a night shift worker, so she's been sleeping all day. I got a call from my wife whenever she got off work and got home that there's been some activity, some sort of gift exchange. So I'm actually on my way there right now to go investigate. There was no activity this morning when I left for work. I left the gifting bowl out and Test 10 kit out. Test 10 is the footprint. We're trying to coax a footprint out the same way that we coaxed a handprint out. So I'm actually really excited to check this test. My wife didn't say anything about a footprint. She said there's just been an exchange that's been done, and nothing's been touched yet. So let's go check out what's been left for us. Adding a little bit more with the idea that they've been showing up while we are gone from the house. This has been tracking with so many other accounts of people actually having these sorts of exchanges with them as well, of never actually being able to lay eyes on who is doing the gift exchanges, but all data pointing in the direction of Sasquatch. So our data is currently pointing towards Sasquatch. This poltergeist activity that we've been documenting and stuff had a handprint show up, and everything that we're doing is testing around Sasquatch theories as well, and is providing data for us throughout these tests that I've been conducting. We're just now starting to arrive. Okay, we just parked. Grab a few things, and we're gonna go straight to let's check the trailhead first. Now I'm expecting there to only be one because Jamie was here by herself. No kidding. No kidding. So we have one in. This is so exciting. Oh, whoa. Oh, dude. New symbols. Holy crap, you guys. I gave them a chunk of Thunder Egg. They brought me an entirely new one straight out of the ground. That's still covered in dirt. Holy crap. That came straight out of the ground. Dude, where do you guys find this stuff? Peanut butter's been saying all the rocks have been taken, and the peanut butter, all the tobacco's gone. Dude. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that, you guys. You can see the hair scrapes. There's a little chunk of tobacco in there too. Holy crap. Okay, they only left the red jasper though. It looks the same every time that they sample the peanut butter. So check this out. There's a little hair. There's a hair. Okay. I am taking the elder's word on this. Now check this out. If you guys remember on the last video that I did, I had returned 2 of their hairs because I had believed that maybe I'd overstepped my bounds by taking 2 other hares that I had found on the other side of the property here in the spot that I believe that they're peeking at us from. Now, those weren't gifted. Those were not gifted. The only one that was gifted was found on the tailgate of the truck back here. Whenever we moved the camera, if you guys remember on one of the tests, we moved the camera facing the table, and all the activity had moved outside of the yard, out of the camera view, and wound up on the tailgate of the truck over here. And there was a rock that was weighing down a single orange hare. And we believe the individual we're talking to is an orange female around the ages between 11 to 12, maybe 13, due to the size of the handprint and some mind speaking tests that 3 of our other team members have been attempting as well. And all 3 of them have come up with the same data that we're speaking with an orangish red-haired female between my height, 5'7", and 6'2". Between the, I want to say, because they're built differently than us, they're much denser than us, they're much more masculine than us. So I'm going to put them in the heavy spectrum here and say she's probably around anywhere between 160 pounds to 220 pounds. That giving the size between 5'7" to 6'2". So after I had seized those 2 hares that I had found over there, all activity seemed to had stopped entirely, just completely stopped. So I returned the hares in hopes for what you guys are looking at right now. Activity has restarted. Activity is back. Okay. So they did not take the opal, and I'm just now seeing this. They did not take that. I don't know who has touched this. My wife maybe has touched the test 10 kit, and there's nothing in there. But the lid has moved. The lid was like so. Okay. So that will stay. Now I'm coming up with a different idea because I feel like, okay, over here for instance, I did that test a few days ago. You still see fragments of my footprint from whenever I put my bare foot in there. Maybe they don't like the white flour all over them. Maybe it's something that's, it is kind of difficult to get off. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the flour. And that's such a shame too, because flour holds such incredible details. You see here in my footprint, you can see my dermal ridges in my footprint here. So I'm thinking maybe it's a shame that I have to swap this out because it keeps the fine detail, but if they don't want to get it on them, they're not going to touch it. So my thinking is I'm going to go out somewhere where you get that real fine dirt that is like moon powder, basically. I'm going to collect as much as that as I possibly can, sift out all the gravel that I can, and refill the test kit and redo it with just dirt, something that they're okay with. This might be something that they're not okay with. As we saw before, that handprint was double stamped whenever I did test number 9. So the handprint was double stamped, but whenever I did my handprint, I wiped it on my pants, and it seemed to have lingered on my pants for, you got to wash them. So I'm thinking this might not be the smartest thing for them because, for one, it's white, so it's very, very highly noticeable. And two, it's a devil to get off of you. So I'm going to switch this up. Now let's get back to analyzing the rest of this here. What do we see? I am so happy. So now that the activity has started back up again, regardless if this is one of their hairs or a cat hair or a dog hair, I'm not even going to collect it because this was not an intentional leave. So I'm going to leave it alone. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 popsicle sticks lined out. Curious. What for? Is this the amount of people that have arrived today? I drew on the chalkboard not too long ago a number 7, and I was hoping that they could throw out the tally marks for number 7. So my idea with this as well is that we're supposed to be learning from each other here. That's the idea behind Legacy Discoveries, is to learn from each other here. So I'm learning plenty from them, but I'm not teaching anything. So the idea is to line out numbers from 1 through 9 and do popsicle stick tallies underneath of them to display what the value is per number and stuff. And then on top of that, so I would line them out 1 through 9 the first day, and then the second day. This is the idea, and this is still yet to be tested. I attempted it the other day, didn't really pay out, so I'm refining the idea right now. So 1 through 9 in order, with their values in order and stuff, and then mix the numbers up, but still with their values beneath them. Leave that for another day, and then remove a value from one number out of 1 through 9. So I chose 7 the other day. So I took the value out from number 7, and I was going to see if possibly they would fill in the blank for me and show me that standard how would I say this? Just standard problem solving to them is an acute skill. So that's what I'm testing with that test is, what kind of problem solving skills do they have whenever it comes to basic math and stuff like that. Maybe I can help teach basic math, and because there's been because you can communicate through numbers too. Numbers are another language as well. So, 1 for yes, 2 for no. Everybody does that on the cell phone and stuff. You do communicate through numbers as well. So if I'm not able to identify these asterisks that they've been leaving for me, then maybe I can find a different route around it. Still document what I'm finding here, because the symbols that they're leaving behind are very similar to Hebrew, if not identical to Hebrew. So a few of these we've been able to actually suggest there is an actual meaning behind it, and possibly what we're seeing is both asterisk use that reflects Moab translations and Hebrew translations and runic as well. So the idea is that what if they are a polylingual species, meaning, or maybe I'm saying that right, I don't know, but their language would be made up of all different languages. Every single language is the idea. because I'm all like, if you listen to the Sierra sounds, there's also a word in there too, Wahielo, and he says it really Wahielo. He says it just like that in the Sierra sounds. That's a Lakota word. I don't have the translation on me right now. I will find that translation whenever I start diving back more into the Sierra sounds and doing more research on the vocals rather than the written literature that they're leaving here. Um, so that's the idea for the next test that's coming up. I got to get a lot more popsicle sticks. Got to get some moon sugar or some moon powder dirt. Um, this is very promising because for the past week now there hasn't been anything that's happened. So this is very, very exciting. Um, I guess I got to get to work on test number 10 and refining it with the dirt and see if maybe they'll respond that way too. So thank you guys, and I'm gonna start documenting these right here and get them put into the logbooks.